All right, boys and girls, today we're going to be using a graphing calculator to view a linear function, meaning being able to see the equation, the table, and the graph. Right now you're able to see my computer screen, and I'm going to walk you through the steps on your graphing calculator while showing you the PowerPoint that you would normally see while I go over it in live. Now, what I want to make very clear at the beginning of this video is that some of these things you have done before. However, the majority of it is being taken to another level, making it a little bit more difficult, but I know you can all do it. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to refresh some of our old skills. So we're going to graph the equation 3x minus y equals 4. And normally you would just click that y equals button and type it into the y equals. However, what do you notice about that equation? Does it say y equals? No. So what we need to do is get that y isolated. And in order to do that, we're going to employ our algebra skills. We're going to do a little bit PEMDAS backwards. So we're trying to get the y alone. So we're going to subtract 3x from both sides. That disappears. We're left with just a negative y equals 4 minus 3x. Now all we have to do to get y alone is get rid of that negative 1. So we're going to divide everything by negative 1. 4 divided by negative 1 is negative 4. And negative 3x divided by negative 1 is positive 3x. So now we have the y isolated, and we can type this into our graphing calculators. So remember, the negative button is down here by enter. Negative 4 plus 3, and then the x, the variable button, remember, is to the right of alpha. Okay, now to graph it, all we have to do is click the graph button. Now, oh my goodness, what is this? I don't know. Click up second. Oh, not second, excuse me. Click y equals. And you'll notice up in the top left-hand corner, I got something highlighted. Go up, push enter. Now it's not highlighted. Life is good. But why can't I see my graph? Well, remember, you want to make sure your window is something pretty. Look at my window, 35 to 105. You think I'm going to be able to see my graph there? Definitely not. So the quickest way to fix your graph is by clicking zoom 6. And 6 is the square box, okay? The nice negative 10 to 10. So now I've got a beautiful picture of my graph. All review should be pretty easy. All right, so moving on from that, the next topic that I'd like to discuss with you is the idea of a complete graph, okay? Sometimes when you click graph, you can't see everything. And when I'm talking about a complete graph, I mean the ability to see the origin, which is 0, 0, and the x and the y intercepts. So the graph that we first created is a complete graph. If you can't see a complete graph, you're going to need to use the viewing window and to make some adjustments. This can be difficult. You need to get familiar with it, do some practice with it, and you'll get better at it. Okay, so let's go ahead and try one. All right, so we've got the equation y equals 5x minus 14. So I'm going to go to my y equals. And since the y is isolated this time, I don't have to do any algebra. I just need to go in and type 5x minus 14. Now I don't need to zoom anything because my window's already fixed. So I'm just going up, clicking graph. And I want to see, do I have a complete graph? Ooh, close. I can see the origin. I can see the x-intercept, but what am I missing? I'm missing the y-intercept. So in order to be able to see that y-intercept, we can really just play around. So remember, this is the y-axis, right? And we want to be able to see lower. So this right here is -10. So we want to include something below -10 in the y-axis. So let's take a look. Nope, not the x. Nope, not the x. Y minimum, something below -10. So why don't we try -15? And let's just go up to 5, because we don't need to go much higher. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. Are we going to get a full graph? Looks pretty good. I got my y-intercept, I have the origin, and I have my x-intercept. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. Sometimes you might have to play around. I mean, if you really want to get a bit closer on this, we could maybe go and adjust it and say maybe -20, and we'll get an even better view of it. But you just kind of play back and forth with the different values of the window. See, that looks like a better graph to me. All right, so you got some homework tonight. Let's go back to the Google site. See, we're doing numbers 1 through 12 even and 13 through 15 all. So go ahead and open a textbook or, use the online book, either or. But get that homework done. Have a great day, guys.